This Avalanche Safety Report is brought to you by Mountain TV. Watch Mountain TV anywhere with our free Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV apps. Learn more at mtn-tv.com.
Hi, I'm Alan Lay. Welcome to our weekly Avalanche Safety Report. I'm here as always with Brian Lazar from the CAIC. Hi, Brian. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us back.
Absolutely, and thank you for the valuable information that you provide us and our viewers.
Yeah, you bet. So let's get right into it. I'll start by kind of just showing how well we're doing in terms of snowfall so far in our early season. But you can see, we're at 150+% kind of statewide. You can see areas in the southern portion of the state are doing quite well. But what you can see in terms of snowpack depth is we do have some winners and losers so far around the state. You can see the deepest areas are going to be kind of in this portion of the San Juan Mountains, along the Sangre de Cristo Range, and in portions of the West Elk Mountains. In those areas, we've actually got easing avalanche danger as we move into the weekend, because although we've got a layered snowpack, those weak layers of concern are buried deep enough and that they have not been a problem. Up into the northern portions of the state, we're still dealing with a fairly dry and shallow snowpack, so we don't have a lot of avalanche concerns there because we just don't have deep enough snow in most places. But right in this middle zone here, kind of around the Vale and into Summit County, we do have a Goldilocks combination of some slab formation on top of some weak layers. And so I'll show you kind of what that looks like. Here's what our snowpack looks like in these deeper areas. And like I said, although we've got some weak layers down near the ground, they have not been reactive, not been problematic. And the deeper snowpack areas are providing generally safe avalanche conditions. As we move into that Goldilocks zone, particularly around the Summit County area in the 10-mile range, you can see here we've got this combination of wind-drifted slabs over weak snow near the ground in a snowpack shallow enough that those weak layers are providing really clear signs of unstable snow, like shooting cracks and audible collapsing. And then if we move into the northern areas, we're generally dealing with really dry and thin snow cover that has not really obscured the ground in many places. So you can see the places where you can trigger an avalanche are isolated to these patches of stiff wind-drifted snow, which is really going to be the main thing we want to avoid as we head into the weekend. Here's what these look like if you kind of excavate them. And here's what they look like and present themselves in the field. You'll see and identify wind-drifted snow by cracking in the snowpack as you move over it, which can look like this. And you'll see these kind of cracks shoot out, which gives you an indication you're moving into potentially dangerous snowpack area. And if you're in slopes steep enough to slide, generally over 30 degrees in steepness, you can see these shooting cracks can produce avalanches. And getting caught in even a small avalanche at this time of the year can be really ugly, because you're just getting dragged, across the ground through rocks into the shallowly buried obstacles.
Absolutely. Now, Brian, that sounds horrible. I don't ever want to get caught up in anything like that. What's my path out? What's the safest thing to do in that situation?
Yeah, so the best path at that point is, if you're seeing these obvious signs of instability like shooting cracks, is to retreat and don't enter slopes deeper than about 30 degrees, because you already know and you've got the clues that you're into an unstable snowpack.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. And then just one last thing, as we move into the weekend, we have a storm that started on Thursday. You can see that this storm is bringing, some pretty ample snowfall to the eastern side of the San Juan Mountains and the La Garritas, along the Sangre de Cristo Range, up into Pikes Peak and even Monarch Peak. And so these are going to be the most dangerous areas as we move through Friday and into the early part of the work week.
Awesome, Brian. Thank you for that valuable information. We always appreciate your weekly update. And remember, folks, you can always stay up to date with the latest forecast at colorado.gov/avalanche. Enjoy the backcountry and be sure to stay alert and stay safe.